Hello there, I am back with the second part of the Witch's Hut, the Exorcised Coven Cottage. Isn't that a mouthful? So that's the door where we walk in, and that was, you saw me come through that area last time. When you enter this one now, this is what I have here. I've put up a wall here. Yeah, I visited a lady's house, one of these actually, a few days ago, and she actually had a gate in here and just, I think maybe a small fence. She didn't have the walls there. And I thought about putting the gate in. I actually quite liked the way it looked with hers, but unfortunately, I was already right near my item limit, so yeah, I couldn't do that. Anyway, I've got some trees here and plants here, lots of green. I wanted it to feel very cozy when you came in. This had been sort of a bleak place before, so I wanted it to be less bleak. Okay, so if you are zoomed out like this, sometimes you get a better look at things actually by zooming out. But this is my witch character, Ryn Nightoak, and there's her little critters. She has a familiar and a black cat and a little Breton dog because she's a Breton lady, so that's what you do. Now we've got some Azura items here. We've got the sun and the moon, and that feels very Wiccan to me as well, so I've kind of gone with that that sort of thing. Now again, when I first started this, the flower beds were like way out here. This was just a walkway between. I was trying to make it feel like, like a separate room, like here's a place you go through a gate into another. This flower bed went all the way around this tree and met up over here and was all planted, but I, from that corner here all the way around this area was planted, but I couldn't do it. I ran out. So the flower beds are much smaller than they used to be, but you can come and have a sit. Can I get into that? Can I sit there? Yeah, we can sit under the tree and just enjoy our little garden here and call the cat over. Oh, look, I've never noticed that before. Look at this tree with ants on it. I have never noticed that before. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. That is the kind of detail that you never get in that close. You never have any idea that it's even there. And yet, there it is. Okay, that's bloody brilliant. There's ants on the trees. Oh my God, that makes me so happy. Oh my goodness, that's freaking wonderful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, at any rate, so let's continue the look. So we just have some flower beds, lots of ivy growing all over, lots of trees, very shady. A few magical little doodobs here and there. That's just there to say, oh, I had to get up and fix the roof or something. No big deal. This part of the yard's pretty quiet, not a lot going on. These kind of creepy, semi-alive, I think I'm staring at you plants are here. But she is a witch lady and she needs these in her potions, so what do? So we've got a little barn over here for her favorite horse. It's the only one she ever rides out of the many, many horses she had the chance to ride. This is the only one she uses. And you notice her clothing coordinates with her horse because that's important. There is another little goddess statue here, and this is her wee little house. Now she can work on some potions, or maybe this is her cabinet where she sells them from. I like that idea. I like the idea that I'll show you her crafting area outside, but this is, these are stored, and if you come to buy your little potion for headaches or infertility or, whatever, this is where she's going to sell you the little potions at. So that works out pretty well. Just some storage area here, a bit of art, because that's the kind of place she likes there. A nice little house look, it's a little cottage in the forest. Isn't that cool? A place for food, her extra mug, blah, blah, blah. Nothing too fancy. There's some some plants that are drying up here and potions that maybe need to be aged. Maybe they're nice, like a nice balsamic, and they just work better if they're aged. So, you got to do that sometimes. There's a little kitchen, this is obviously where she does her cooking, just here at the fire. And you can sit and have a nice meal right by the fire. So if it's a cold night or a frosty morning, you can be sitting right by the fire for that. I put the chimes in the house instead of out in the trees because I loved the way it looked in front of the window. it makes me feel like there's a breeze coming in, and that made me pretty happy. So I keep those up there. We have some books and a couple of things on the shelf. You know, it's a small place. She lives alone. She just bathes here. It's close to be able to heat the water and the fire and just bring it over in the bucket here. And of course, the bucket never catches fire because she's a witch and it's magic. So the wooden bucket is fine warming up water. I know this. Or maybe she just uses this to heat the water. Let's go with that. And she uses that bucket to empty it. I think that's a better plan. Totally a better plan. And then a little sleeping area back here. Just, it's cozy. If somebody does drop by to, buy potions, you don't want them catching you with your bed unmade or something like that. So, not that she would ever do that. That would be, no. So this is her little house. It's pretty basic. Look, she does bring flowers in though. She's got a nice little bouquet of flowers there. Now over here is her crafting area. We have a well, we have water, a place where she can sit. And this is where, you're reading out a spell or adding ingredients to the cauldron. We've got a place for some enchanting and some alchemy with plants and that sort of thing. There's a bit of storage down here that's pretty cool. And of course this up here where she can chop up flowers or burn them in this little magic brazier with the blue flame. So it's not a big fancy place, but it feels a lot bigger than it does when it's empty. You come in and go, there's nothing here. Like, why would I even buy this grim, horrible place? And then you start planting, and it's not too bad. It's very cozy at night. I've got these lights tucked in to each of the flower beds to some degree. Some have more than others, but they're in there making things kind of sparkle. Now, I'm really happy with this place as is. I like my character. I like her home here. I'm quite happy with this. But the best part, and I'm going to look away so I can do the big reveal because I love this part. This part over here makes me so happy. You flip around and oh my goodness, there's a little fairy village in her back garden. I mean, it looked like there was nothing here, but now it's not bad. We have another lovely goddess that grows out of this little wet area. There's just a low spot where the swamp water seeps in, and she's parked there. And we have this. And this just glitters at night. It is so much fun. So we get these little tiny houses here with, grown from mushrooms, apparently. There's the little tiny door. Oh, it doesn't have a door handle on this one. I missed one. Darn. Not a little porch there anyway. This place over here with the roof, and then it's got the little porch and the covering over the porch. This one's quite posh and sparkly. It's kind of nice. The little door there at the bottom with a candle sitting on it and something cool kind of going on the top here. That's kind of cute. Here's just another wee little place with a porch as well. We've got a little magical sumdoodah growing out of the amethyst sitting there. There's 3 places up top you can see up on that ledge, and there's a double story place up there. Now to see that well, I really have to bring the ladder over. Maybe that's the real reason I kept the ladder, but there's a double decker. It's it's a big posh place that sits up there with the best views, of course, and all that sort of thing. So these little fairy people, you right there, they live here with their little porches and their magic houses and their little mushroom roof lines and stuff like that. So I'm quite happy here. She's happy in her little home, and that was fun. That like 150 of the 400 item limit in this place went right into that, of course. Which is why my flower bed got chopped, and then got chopped, and then got chopped again. But I think it still feels okay. It's still okay. We've got, you've got the little petals falling from, excuse me. You got the petals falling from the flowering trees there. Like I said, it just glitters at night. It's quite pretty. Her animals have enough room to move around and be content. And I don't know, it feels like a pretty decent home for a little witchy lady, to me at any rate. I'm happy here. So if you want to see what this looked like before, you can check the previous recording, and this is what I made of it after. And I do want to thank a lady, the lady whose house I saw, who I said had the gate there. I had these flower beds in with like a trimming of rocks around them, and she had the stone, and I liked the stone so much better, and it actually helped me drop my item limit. So I completely and totally copied the stone things from her. I think she's using the same plants as me, but I use those plants everywhere, all the time. But I saw her place and fell in love, because I thought, oh my God, this is a kindred spirit. We have so many things that are the same. Now she's got a lovely planting area over here, and I can't remember what's over here, but she had a lot more going on than I did. But she didn't have a fairy village taking up most of her slots either. And I wish I could remember her name, because I'd love to just thank you. If you ever happen to see this, you know who you are. I came in and I told you I loved your stuff so much. But thank you for the brick walls, because here too I didn't have the brick walls on this, and it just works so much better with them. And so thank you for being inspiring and epic. And she's just such an incredible builder. I love the mist that hangs over this place. It's kind of fun walking into this. That's not bad, right? Until I see you guys next time, thank you for being here, and thank you for other builders in ESO who inspire me time after time to try something a little different and make it just a little more interesting. And I really appreciate it. So until I see you guys next time, live your lives happy and build it beautiful. And thanks to everyone who makes my life possible. Bye-bye.